Hello. Check, check. Good evening and welcome to our weekly community-based and regionally focused live streamed television show, The Golden Road TV Show. I'm your host, Michael DiMartino, and we broadcast this show every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. live, not only just on YouTube, but also through several counties along the Sierras and the foothills, including Nevada County, Auburn-Placer County, Truckee-Tahoe, Butte County, all the way out to Chico, Shasta County, Sacramento County, Calaveras County, we'd like to welcome you, and Amador County. So nice round of applause for all of our viewing audience for tuning in. And we have a great show for you tonight. And we're going to have lots of things. We got some great B-roll. I went out this week to KZFR, had a festival called Hello to Summer, with performances from Achilles Wheel, the T-Sisters, and also the Grateful Bluegrass Boys. So we're going to take you out in the field and watch a little bit of the concert. We also have some footage here of some other events that we've been attending. We're also launching this week Gaia Vision, which is just images with original music. So it's just images to inspire. We do a lot of talking here on the show, so we like to break it up. Of course, we have some live performances as always. Tonight, we're going to have Michael Shapiro. He's here live in the audience, who will be performing with himself. He has a group called the 60s. And of course, we all heard that Greg Allman just passed away, so he's going to do a little tribute. We're going to also do a little tribute to Chuck Berry and lots of other things. As always, we have DJ Power in the house, and Yvette Cadeau and Gabrielle Lawson, who are going to perform live for you also. And we have Melissa Moon from Golden Solutions. We have Kadira McLeod, who's going to talk on the gift of health about raindrop therapy. And we have Paul Menard back, our mystical numerologist, and we have some other mystical treats, including Ask Zoltar. So we have a very full show for you. So let's do this. As we're getting ready now, let's go over to In the Field with some of the footage from Welcome to Summer, with Achilles Wheel and the T-Sisters, and we'll be back with lots more show here in just a few minutes. So thanks for tuning in live to Golden Road TV show. Over to Jim Heck with Hello to Summer.
I'm Prasanna with the Healing Arts Festival. We're in Sacramento twice a year, first weekend in April and fourth weekend in September. And it's the largest metaphysical, spiritual, and holistic event in Sacramento. And we've got great free presentations. We have wonderful workshops that go really...
And even though I know these tears come with pain, even so, I'm just the same. Make it rain down, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain down, make it rain, make it rain.
Stop that train, I'm leaving.
And welcome back to the show. You are watching Golden Road TV show live. We're broadcasting from hopefully our new home here at the off-center stage here at the Grass Valley Center for the Arts. It's nice and cool in the room. We got the air conditioners going. It's a warm day here in Gold Country. And we want to thank you for tuning in live. Again, this show broadcasts every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. on YouTube and into several counties. So we have a great show for you, and that was a little bit of footage from the KZFR radio from Chico produced show called Hello to Summer with Achilles Wheel and the T-Sisters. So I'm really happy to have our next guest here. We're not going to get too much into a long interview for now, but I would like to introduce you. She's sitting here patiently, and let's put your hands together. A nice warm welcome for Kadira McLeod.
Thank you.
And how are you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Good. Well, it's great to have you here. You were on the show one time at our old home at the Green Screen Institute.
Yes, talking about laughter yoga.
Laughter yoga.
Yeah.
How about, before we go on, about a little laughter yoga practice that we could do with our live audience here? What do you think? They look like they're ready to, they're laughing already. These guys are prime.
Really?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So you're going to do follow the leader. Put your hands on your belly. And you go like this. Ho, ho, ho. Do it. Ho, 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 ho. Up here. Ha, 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 ha. Up here. He. Follow me. Ho, 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 ho. Ha, 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 ha. He. Ha, 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 ha. He. Ho, 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 ho. Ha, ha. He. Ha, ha. He. Ho, ho, ha, ha.
It works. It works. Good.
There you go.
So we're going to have Kadira back on in just a moment here. She's going to be talking about her special raindrop therapy that she does as part of her holistic healing practice. But before we do that, we're going to feature now another original song, part of the show, for the theme song with Yvette Cadeau and Gabrielle Lawson. So welcome to the show.
Thanks, Michael. Okay, so this is the theme song to the Golden Road Show. Take it away, Gabrielle. It's the golden road. It's the golden road. Bridging buildings from the past, reaching to today, for a bright tomorrow to light the golden way. It's arts and culture, history, environment, and health. It's peace and justice, technology, inspiration for all.
Everybody.
It's the golden road. It's the golden road. It's the golden road. It's the golden road.
All right, thank you so much. And they'll be back throughout the show sharing some more original songs. And also we're going to have one of our original theme composers on the show in just a little bit. Michael Shapiro's here, and he's written some great jingles for the show. But since we have kind of some creative juices flowing and some wind on our sails, I'm going to give a little bit of a shout out now to our own in-house DJ. He's here every week, and we love him. He's been really committed, and he's going to continue to entertain all of our pajama dancers out there on a Sunday evening. I'd like to put your hands together for DJ Power.
Hey, where we at? Microphone check, 1, 2. Microphone. This is Golden Road TV, man. Y'all been missing us out there. Now, all my sock dancers, right? All my sock dancers. We got the people at home that dance in their socks and tear their houses up every week. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into something real nice.
Fantasize as I am almost.
My sound guy, McKellar, you're beautiful. Check this out.
He is so fine. Every time I view him, I can't help but fantasize as I am almost turned blind. So muscular, I imagine him lifting me effortlessly. A voice so deep and resonating, he could say anything and I would stop immediately.
I'm talking about
and do
UK
whatever he's
people out there
commanding.
listening.
Musky and sweet smelling greedily, I sniff the air around him. I am mesmerized. Lips locked, hips tipped, legs wrapped tightly around a wide back, wheel shifting to me to greet him. All fear and embarrassment long gone, this feels so right, not wrong. Emotionally connected, sexually affected, tiny darts of pleasure are nurtured until they explode into orgasmic rainbow. From curled up toes to hips to lips and back again. I would do anything to make this moment last forever. I would say anything to make you mine forever.
I don't wanna rush this feeling. Really want to make you last. The way you make me feel is beautiful. Nothing like I felt in my past. When you hit to hold me close, don't want you to let me go. And I think that we should take it slow. I won't go nowhere, no matter what you will be right there. As long as there is you, then I don't care. Baby, we don't need to rush. Anytime we'll see. If I was there for you and you for me, maybe then we'll know.
Now we're gonna break it down a bit for my classic people out there. We're gonna keep it real classic. Remember the 80s? Let's take it there. Bright lights, big city. Now, you know what this is. Those that remember this, dance. Those that just hear this for the first time, you know it's funky, it's a move. Remix.
Started dancing and love put us into a groove. As soon as we started to move, the music played while our bodies displayed through the dance. The love
Until I return to burn, Golden Road TV, you know how we do this. Let's go. How you feeling, Mikey?
the plan was we were sharing.
Share the knowledge that heals the darkness with a holistic light. Share the priceless cures of ages, better quality of life. For the mind and for the body, for the spirit so true. 'Tis the gift of good health that we bring to you.
All right, nice round of applause. Thank you so much. Wow, that sounded really beautiful. That was our Gift of Health theme song with, again, Yvette Cadeau and Gabrielle Lawson. And they'll be back for more music along with Mike Shapiro coming up in just a little bit. But let's get to our first guest. We got the creative juices flowing. And again, welcome to Golden Road TV show. And I'd like to introduce my first guest this evening, one of 4 guests, a local resident who does a lot of different things besides laughter yoga, which you all got to sample. But we're going to be talking a little bit about the gift of health through raindrop therapy with Kadira McLeod. So welcome.
Thank you.
So just start off, what is raindrop therapy? Do you get people out in the rain or what?
No.
Okay, so,
No, we
so let
don't.
us know what we
So
do.
raindrop therapy is using 9 essential oils that are dropped onto the spine from a height of about 6 inches, and they fall like little drops of rain. That's where the name came from. This was developed by Gary Young, who's the founder of Young Living Essential Oils, and they're very healing, beneficial oils treatment.
Oh, so it's actually a combination of different types of essential oils. What would be some of the essential oils that you might use during a raindrop therapy?
So we use 9 different oils. They're very specific and in a particular order. We use a blend called Valor, which is very relaxing, and it helps balance the body's systems, and it helps release tension in the spine. So an adjustment will go in more easily once you've had a raindrop session. We also use...
As in a chiropractic
Correct,
adjustment.
a chiropractic adjustment, yeah. We also use oregano, thyme, basil.
Sounds like my mom's spaghetti dinner.
It's
Wow,
kind of
that
like
sounds
an
pretty
Italian
good, huh?
salad.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I'm getting hungry. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peppermint, wintergreen, cypress, marjoram, and then there's another blend called Aroma Seas. And so these oils are dropped one at a time and stroked in individually into the spine and to the back. And it's then there's a application of a hot, moist towel to help the oils soak into the body and produce the healing benefit that way.
Now, when you do this therapy, do they always use the same oils and the same
Yes.
combination?
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that was specifically developed by
Gary Young.
Gary Young.
Right,
Great.
yeah.
So, how did you first get interested in raindrop therapy?
Many years ago, I was living in New Mexico, and I was living with a friend of mine who was doing the raindrop therapy, and he was using the essential oils and selling them as well. And I got turned on to the oils. They're very nourishing and healing. And then I was given we were doing a class on how to learn the essential oils treatment.
Great.
So that was back in '97.
And I know there's a whole lot, there's hundreds of essential oils, correct?
Right.
What are some of the other, I've heard of one called Thieves,
Yes,
which
that
is
is
really strong, like antiseptic, antibiotic
Yes,
oil.
it is, right. All the oils used for the raindrop therapy are antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, and they're very, what's the word? Detoxifying. And we find that I have to say I cannot diagnose, treat, cure, or any of that. That's medical doctors do. However, we find that essential oils, and particularly the raindrop therapy, help relieve certain conditions such as scoliosis, because the spine, the muscles are getting relaxed and the spine is able to do some of its own adjusting when we apply these essential oils. And it's also been demonstrated to help people with Lyme disease. I worked for a clinic in Milpitas for a while, and the owner of that clinic determines with scientific study that you can actually reduce bacterial count in someone who has Lyme disease by applying the raindrop therapy over a period of time.
Which is amazing because, Chuck, if we think about it, in a lot of traditions before we had Western medicine, we actually used things in their natural form, whether they were herbal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge advocate as food is medicine, because really everything that we eat and we digest and process is what gives us the nutrients and really affects us all the way down to our brain chemistry too. So I know that a lot of people have had great success in using these. Well, if someone doesn't know what an essential oil is, can you tell us a little more about
Sure.
how you actually come up with an essential oil?
Sure. So essential oils are made in 3 different ways. The essential oils are like the blood, or they carry oxygen to plants, so it's not quite blood, but it's equivalent of blood in a plant. And they are extracted by squeezing, like an orange rind. You'd squeeze out the oil from the skin. Then there are herbs and flowers that are distilled. Rose is one that is distilled by steam heating very gently at low temperatures, and then you collect the oils that float to the surface of the water, and you bottle those. And then the third way is, or maybe those are the main 2 ways. Yeah.
And of course, for people who might not know, essential oils can be very strong if you aren't educated or trained in them. There's actually ones that can really have a detrimental effect, because they could actually be almost too powerful for what results you might be looking for. And it's really like a very ancient system, almost like a system of pharmacopoeia.
It is.
Where they would use
Right.
these things. So I would encourage people to do a little bit of research. I know a lot of people love things like spearmint and clove, but again, not only getting them in your eyes or other parts of the body, but they should really be administered with a great level of awareness and modesty as far as how
Right.
much of these essences that
Right.
you're using.
I happen to be a certified aromatherapist, so I have learned that while most essential oils do not have any side effects, such as allopathic medicine does, you can overdose. Nutmeg is a very common spice that many people use in their cooking. And I have learned through my studies that you can actually cause a lot of toxicity to the kidneys if you overdose on nutmeg. But you'd have to have like a teaspoonful of nutmeg oil to be damaging. So we don't do that. We have like a drop at a time. The essential oils I use for raindrop, we put 5 to 6 drops on the back and work them in. And I want to let people know that I am a fairly fair-skinned person, so we put some plain massage oil on the skin first before dropping the oils on. We use them neat, we don't dilute them. But we can create a form of dilution if someone has sensitive skin, for a child or a senior or someone who's fair skin. Put down some plain massage oil before applying the essential oils.
Good advice.
Keeps it from irritating the skin.
And it's really synchronistic and great to have you here, because also in just a little bit we're going to have Melissa Moon, who is also working with her company around plant and plant medicine. So
Right.
It's really wonderful to have you here, and we really do appreciate your presence and support and knowledge here on the
Thank
show.
you. Thank
And
you.
for coming back again too. So before we wrap up, what are some I always like with Gift of Health to give people something you can use, something you can take home, something practical, something to help inspire, educate, and empower our live audience. So maybe we could share a little bit of a gift of knowledge and health with our live viewership and our live
Sure.
audience here.
Sure. Well, I wanted to let people know that in addition to the raindrop therapy, I am offering a 12-week Radiant Vitality Health Challenge. And you can look that up by going to 12 weeks, that's the numeral 12 weeks, to radiantvitality.wordpress.com. And that would be a way for people to engage in some of the essential oils, in laughter yoga, in eating well and moving your body to heal it, to release any obesity or any other addictions can be released through this program. And you know, if you want to get a raindrop therapy treatment, I'm offering a special rate, for an introductory rate for people. And I'm also going to be opening another office in a center in Roseville. So I'm wanting to expand my reach. And
So when do you sleep?
oh, I have lots of sleep time.
Because you also do Dances of Universal Peace.
I do.
Wow.
That's the third Sunday of every month. And I also am an artist.
Well, we know you're always really busy, so Kadira
you.
McLeod, thank you so much for being on Golden Road TV, for your gift of health.
Thank you.
Hopefully you've all enjoyed and got a little bit of something useful for her being on the show. Thank you so much. What do you think, you guys?
Thank you very much.
So we're going to do this. In just another few minutes, we're going to have a live performance here in the studio with Michael Shapiro from the band The 60s. And of course, many of you might have heard that Greg Allman passed away recently in the last day or two. And also other artists, iconic legends of music, Chuck Berry. So Michael's going to come do a little tribute and share some of his music. But before we do that, let's go over to our theme jingle number 2 and listen to another piece of original music that Michael Shapiro from Beat Records put together in support of the show. And we'll be back with lots more here on Golden Road TV show. So here we go. Theme jingle number 2 with Michael Shapiro from Beat Records and the Golden Road TV show.
It's a golden road TV show. Yes, it's a golden road TV show. It's a Golden Road TV show.com.
Performance here in studio off center stage with Mike Shapiro from the band The 60s. Give it a nice round of applause, you guys.
This is my Chuck Berry. He was the guy that inspired me to start playing guitar all those years ago. So here's a little song by him called Maybelline. It's the first big hit. Whoa, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Whoa, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Now start out doing the things you used to do. As I was motivating over the hill, saw Maybelline in a coupe de ville. Cadillac rolling over open road, nothing outrun my V8 Ford. Cadillac doing about 95, we was bumping over side to side. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You done started out doing the things you used to do. Cadillac pulled out ahead of the Ford. Ford got hot, wouldn't do no more. Then ducked down and started to rain. Tooted my horn for the passing lane. Cadillac and under my hood, I knew that was doing my motor good. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Whoa, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Well, you done started out doing the things you used to do. Well, he went down, motor cooled down. That's when I heard the highway sound. Cadillac sitting out a ton of lead, 110 a half mile ahead. Cadillac looked like setting still. Caught Maybelline at the top of it. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Well, you done started out doing the things you used to do. Well, you done started out doing the things you used to do. All right, we're going to slow it down a little bit now. A little song by Bob Dylan called Like a Rolling Stone. I need my harmonica.
Couldn't be Bob Dylan without that.
That's right. Where are my sunglasses? Right. Here we go. So the name of my group is a 60s rock band. You can always go to beatrecords.com, and the first link is the 60s rock band. You can find out where we're playing. Michael came out and filmed us out at the Dash and Dine the other night. So no further ado. Well, once upon a time, dressed so fine, threw the bumps down in your prime now, didn't you? Well, people said you're bound to fall, beware doll, thought they was all kidding you. You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't seem so proud. Now you don't talk so loud about having to be scrounging your next meal. Whoa, how does it feel? Whoa, how does it feel to be without a home, with no direction home, like a complete unknown, just like a rolling stone. Well, you never turned around, see the frowns on the jugglers and the clowns when they come down and done their tricks for you. You never understood that it ain't no good, should've let other people get their kicks for you. Yeah, you stride on to come home with your diplomat, who cat on his shoulder, a at. He wasn't really where it's at. After he gave from you everything he could steal. Whoa, how does it feel? Whoa, how does it feel to be without a home, like a complete unknown, just like a rolling stone? Whoa, how does it feel? Whoa, how does it feel to be without a hope, like a complete unknown, just like a rolling stone, just like a rolling stone, just like a rolling stone. Thank you. Anyway, I'm not gonna throw this down. Well, song by the Allman Brothers. Greg Allman just passed away. Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to doing the best I can. When it comes to leaving, I hope you understand that I was born a rambling man. Well, my father was a gambler down in Georgia. He wound up on the wrong side of a gun. Well, I was born in the backseat of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 41. Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to doing the best I can. When it comes to leaving now, I hope you understand that I was born a rambling man. Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to doing the best I can. When it comes to leaving, I hope you understand that I was born a rambling man. Well, my father was a gambler down in Georgia, and he wound up on the wrong side of a gun. I was born in the back seat of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 61. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Lord, I was born a rambling man. All right, thank you.
All right. All right, Mike Shapiro, thanks for being here. And we appreciate all your musical brilliance and support with the theme songs. We have a blues version, right?
Right.
We have a kind of Doors version.
True.
We have a couple more versions that you did. You did another one.
Cranking them out.
That's
We have
right.
a live version.
That's right. We have a live version the other night from Dine and Dash.
The Santana version.
Right? And we also have another version that was kind of in that style of trucking and kind of the Grateful Dead psychedelic sound. So
Sure.
another round of applause for Mike Shapiro. All right, so we're going to go on, and the next part of the show we do is called Being Green. And today we're taking a little bit of a twist on that theme, because being green is all about the environment. And we have different people on here talking about sustainability, talking about the environment. But definitely our next guest is working on two fronts, working with the environment and a plant that can have a great benefit in regards to our own personal health. So we met last week. I was actually down in Auburn enjoying some gluten-free coconut bars at one of our sponsors' place, the New Dawn Gluten-Free Bakery. They're great if you love sweets, but you love to eat things that are a little more conscious, whether you're gluten intolerant or not. Low sugar, delicious. Check out New Dawn Gluten-Free Bakery. So I was in there meeting with Ben and Katie, the owners, with their wonderful child, and I had the opportunity to not eavesdrop, but to overhear a discussion. We talked for a minute. She decided she was going to be here. That's how things work, right? Magic is spontaneous. Sometimes you can't always orchestrate the whole universe. I'm very happy to have her here on the show. So put your hands together for Melissa Moon.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So I know you do a lot of different things, but when you were in the shop, we talked about there was kind of this spontaneous, synchronistic aspect of the name of your company.
Yes.
A Golden Solution.
That it is.
And the Golden Road. But before we do that, we have another jingle. We have another short song.
Oh, great.
With Yvette and Gabrielle, just to
Nice.
kind of get
Yeah.
comfortable, get warmed up. So we're going to go back to Yvette and Gabrielle with another one of our content jingles called Being Green.
I love to breathe the crisp, clean air along the mountain trail. Recycle all my household trash and fill my compost pail. Being green, being green, being green. Treading lightly on the sacred ground. Being green, being green. Walking softly on the earth. I love to swim in waters clean beneath the noonday sun. Eating GMO-free organically can be so very fun. Eating green, eating green, eating green. Treading lightly on the land, oh be green, be green. Walking softly on the earth.
All right, another Golden Road original. So thank you so much. And again, we're here live broadcasting from the off-center stage at the Grass Valley Center for the Arts. We love the space here. We also, I can't quite see her, but we want to thank our incredible lighting person. She's been a real blessing showing up. A nice round of applause for Stephanie back there in the booth. I'll introduce the rest of the team in just a few minutes. It takes a lot of people to make this happen. But even more importantly is the people, the organizations that we have on the show, and what they're doing here in our local community. It's truly one of the things that got me to move from Santa Cruz, where I worked at the University of California, Santa Cruz Theater Department, up here to Nevada County, or as DJ Power has coined it, Funky Mountain. But it inspired me to move here because of the incredible community, the consciousness here, and what people are really doing to help make the world a better place. So one more time, welcome to the show, Melissa.
Thank you.
So we talked a little bit, and one of the things that you do is called Elan Therapy.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about Elan Therapy and how you got involved, please?
So ELAN stands for Extraordinary Living Through Advanced Neurology, and it's a healing system that was created by doctors Andrew and Naomi Downey, and they're out of Graceful Health Chiropractic in Newcastle.
So this is regionally created?
Yes.
Fantastic.
And they have been practicing it with their practice members for 15 years and finding excellent and consistent clinical results with the forward movement of their practice members. I personally got involved because I needed some physical and emotional healing my own
I
self.
think we all do some of the time. I'm not going to make a confession here live on the air, but we all need some support, right?
Absolutely. And so I saw them in 2011 in spring, and then after a couple years being a part of their practice, I was like, I need to know more. And I decided to be a part of their school program and graduated in 2015, September.
And what are some of the concepts or the actual therapeutic properties of what they do through this Elan therapy?
So Elan Healing Systems approaches it as a integration of who we are and finding ourselves better. And so we do that through a few different ways. We do it through evolutionary personal care, which we're asking people to put their hands on their body, finding very similar in that respect,
Right.
finding yourself, breath and focus, and just noticing what that feels like inside. And then another aspect is the integral neurology work, which is a series of light contacts on the skin, in the cervical vertebrae, in the lumbar and the sacral vertebrae. And what we're doing is we are using some of the most advanced neurology scientific work that they're keeping up to date on, and finding these contact points in the system and helping to access the free energy that's in the body.
Right, because the body really is self-healing.
Absolutely.
If we give it the right conditions. And I know a little bit about what you're talking about. I had an opportunity in the past to experience what's called network chiropractic. And most of us have maybe been to a chiropractor where it can be fairly extreme and uncomfortable at times, where we get various adjustments to our skeletal system. But in this form of network chiropractic, it's the same thing. It's a matter of very light touching and subtle manipulations. I also recently had someone on the show who does Bowen therapy. And Bowen therapy is another type of holistic science of where it helps us to reset and kind of recalibrate our whole body's parasympathetic nervous system,
Exactly.
which is what really creates that fight or flight reaction that's so prevalent in this modern age.
Absolutely. And the difference between the network chiropractics network, from my understanding, is they go into the most fuel and the most fire and the most defense, and then they want to make a big change happen. The difference with our work is we go into what's right with the body, and we go into that space of ease and helping the person feel really safe and really successful in finding themselves. And what that allows is to bypass the fight or flight, so that the skill doesn't get stuck in the hindbrain and then the body doesn't integrate, but instead it actually is uploaded to the full frontal cortex, and then you have full integration of the skills you learn. So
it sounds very individualized, like everybody who comes
Absolutely.
in probably has some sort of different technique or modality or some way that you treat them.
Well, when they do come in, we check them for a variety of parameters. And so, yeah, everything is individualized to the person, because we want to find the person for exactly where they're at in that time and space, and what state of consciousness they're in as well, so that they feel safe to do the work, which is really powerful. And then we also do vital life coaching, and that's done on the table, gentle communication, and also through assessments during your care.
No push-ups, no pull-ups. Okay,
No.
great.
But you do kind of work up a sweat, I have to say. I've been on the table plenty of times where, you're working hard. We're asking people to be responsible for their own health and wellness. And through this work, people have to show up.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's really about education and self-empowerment, giving people
Absolutely.
the understanding and the tools to be in touch with their own physical, emotional, spiritual, and energetic body.
Absolutely. And it's a good thing to think about the body as a fine-tuned instrument. It's like, that's what we're doing through the Elan work, is we're helping to fine-tune the system so that you can have a full integration of energy and be able to flow up and down, in and out, all around.
Great.
Yeah.
And I love, I'm very interested in holistic medicine. Years ago, I actually did a special about Tibetan medicine with a place called the Shangsheng Institute in Conway, Mass. It's actually one of the only accredited courses in Tibetan medicine, which is similar in ways to Chinese medicine, but it has its own unique aspect of Tibetan medicine because it deals not only with just the elements in the body, earth, water, metal, fire, air, but it also deals with your ancestry. It deals with the environment that you're living in. It deals with the various aspects of where you live on the earth and the various attributes that these places have. And it also has a lot to do with prayer and people actually taking that moment to be centered and to be more spiritually self-aware, which can have incredible results.
Absolutely. Anytime that you introduce something that helps pump up the voice of your inner wisdom, then you have the opportunity to know more about the choices that you make and feeling solid.
Can I quote you on that? Let's say, repeat that, please.
Oh, geez.
Pumping up the inner...
Pumping up your inner wisdom. I
love it. What do you think, you guys? That's a line. You heard it here on Golden Road. So let's do this. Melissa also has some very interesting information about other work that she does. But before we do that, we don't like to talk too much. We live in an age of attention deficit, right? More than 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, sometimes we want something else. So we're going to keep it funky. We're going to go over to DJ Power and come back with Melissa Moon with a little more discussion about her current work with CBD oil and hemp as medicine. So DJ Power, take it away, brother.
All right. Golden Road TV. Let's get into, I don't know, me, I like to take it to a foundation. So let's get into a little reggae, man. I'm feeling like Brooklyn today, you know?
Decently, sometime a man begin, coop again. Sometime a man begin, coop again. Man begin, coop again.
I'm talking my family out there in St. Catharines, Jamaica.
There with some man and him not come home early. Take him up in man and say, listen to me now. You don't know that if you come home early. And when you walk, you do for this way, Shelly.
Ladies.
I think I'm a bum bum. The was all Jamaican. Really different style, different fashion. You know? Tell me say one thing Nancy can't understand. One thing Nancy can't understand. What make them talk about me ambition? So what make them talk about me ambition? Come and say some of them ask me where me get it from. Tell some of them ask me where me get it from. I told them no, it's from creation. I told them no, it's from creation. Bam bam, hey yo, what a bam bam, bam bam dilang. I not see right the Christmas lyrics. Hear them that sound like Christy Biscuit. You come in at the place and me say well, they keep bam bam, hey yo. Tawata bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam.
Feel free to call in all your requests. Just call Mikey.
Say what bam bam. That's some of them a say you a come and shout them plan. I told them no me a one business woman. Sister Nancy she a 1 in a 3 million. Sister Nancy she a 1 in a 3 million. So bam bam, say what bam bam.
Look out June 17th. Myself, Grandmaster Cass Conference, we live at the Stone House.
Say go, Sister Nancy, make you go. I tell you, say go, Sister Nancy, make you go.
I know it's from the head straight down to my toes.
I tell you, Sister Nancy, on the go. And some of them ask, Sister Nancy, make you bad so. Long down the list, Sister Nancy, make you bad so. He bam bam, what a bam bam. He bam bam dilang, bam bam. He bam bam dilang, bam bam. What a bam bam, hey, tell me say what a bam bam. This woman And me say one thing, Nancy.
And until we return to burn, dance on my sock dances. Be back to you, DJ Power. Hey man, you know what we about to do? Reggae Sunsplash coming. You know how we do, man. Montego Bay on the way, man.
Happy and honored to have DJ Power here on the show. He really is one of the people that was involved deeply in Brooklyn in the founding and the early stages of the whole hip-hop music.
What I want to say with that, right, that I am fortunate enough to be a part of a heavy crew that was very influential. There were many people that put so many bricks in, you know, that pushed me. So they call us legends and all that. I dig that, but like it was so many people that are unsung that was way before DJ Power, man. So I dig that, man. But like I am a part of something heavy, and that's beautiful. Cold Crush, come see us live.
And you're working on a film right now too,
yeah,
right?
we doing movie soundtrack. We got somebody in the building tonight. You know what I mean? Soul Cage is in the building.
Well, let's give her an official shout out because
Why not?
everybody
We
can
got the
break
world
a
champion
dozen
in. We got
cinder
the champ
blocks,
in the
right?
building, man. We got record holders here, man. Could we have Kirby just come and say hi to the people? I mean, the mayor's about to give her a day here.
Yeah, let's get. I will say this. I recently attended the Nisanan Cultural Heritage Day out at the Maidu Village, and I witnessed this amazing woman. How many blocks did you break that day?
It's my partner.
33 seconds.
Wait a minute. Go on the mic, please.
Microphone.
All right, listen to this. You're not.
Which mic is work?
This is how spontaneous TV magic happens. So, I watched you. Now, were they flaming that day or not flaming?
No fire.
No fire. And how many cinder blocks did you break?
Actually, I stacked my bricks on cinder blocks, but I broke 150 in a minute and 33 seconds for Guinness Book of World Records.
All right, come on. That deserves a round of applause.
That's right.
So now I have a break in 12 days in Carson City, Nevada.
That's where we
And then I have 14 days after that I'm breaking in North San Juan at the Cherry Festival.
Well, good luck to you, and amazing inspiration for all of us, but I'm sure especially for women, because we live in an age where women and men are starting to accept the power and the importance and the strength that women bring. So thank you so much for stepping up. I want to get you back on the show here in the next few weeks, so we'll stay in touch.
We also have an action film called Soul Cage coming out.
And if people are interested, how would they get in touch with you?
You can either get a hold of DJ Power or I can give you my information after the show.
I'd give you a high five, but you might fracture my arm. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great to have you.
Champ right there.
Awesome.
Grass
awesome.
Valley.
So let's do this now. We're launching a lot of new parts of the show, and in just a few minutes, I'm going to do what's called Gaia Vision, where it's just basically inspirational images with music, because we talk a lot. We love to educate, but we also want to inspire you. So a lot of our images are images from all over the Sierras and the Sierra foothills. This week, we're going to feature some photos from Michelle Frink. If you're a photographer, get in touch with us. Maybe you'll find your work on Golden Road TV show. So a couple mind-blowing facts, okay? This is our mind-blowing facts portion. Who knows originally what color bananas were? Wait a minute, I heard it. What color? Purple. That's right. Bananas originally before
this is a setup. I think you know her. No. Something in his audience. I think they know each other. I don't know about that question. We got to do that over.
Okay. Another mind-blowing fact. What is there more of in the United States than McDonald's fast food restaurants?
My records.
Not even a restaurant. And it's not Starbucks.
My record collection.
No. Public libraries.
Ooh.
Can you believe that? There's more public libraries. Yeah, that deserves a round of applause.
As it literally relates.
And so let's do this. We have her here, and I feel very blessed. We spontaneously met, and she agreed to come here with her wonderful daughter, and we thank her for her time. We know that we live in an age where people are very busy. But again, I want to welcome Melissa Moon and introduce you to some of her other work. So thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
So we talked a little bit about Elan therapy and the parasympathetic nervous system. And of course, the parasympathetic nervous system is profoundly connected to the brain and brain chemistry, right? So let us know a little bit about some of the other work you're doing, I guess, with hemp-based CBD oil.
Absolutely. Yeah, gosh, what an exciting topic. It's very much the opening up of health and wellness that people can really take into their own hands by obtaining CBD-rich hemp oil. And when we talk about the parasympathetic nervous system, that is our thinking, that is our resting, that's the body's able to digest. It's being able to relax and take a moment.
And just to clarify, we know we live in California and recently they legalized marijuana, but hemp is not the female marijuana plant. It's actually the male, which traditionally they derived paper,
right,
rope, and other byproducts from. And also, up until, I think, 50 or 60 years ago, they used for a lot of medicines.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about hemp and how do they get the derivative of the CBD oil?
Well, the hemp plant has no THC, so cannabinoids.
Which is the narcotic property.
Right, which is the psychoactive property. So CBDs, so you have cannabinoids, but then you have cannabidiol. And cannabidiol is the big CBD star of it all. And so that has no psychoactive properties. It is safe, it is non-toxic, and you can consume it legally in the States. It doesn't need a medical recommendation, and it is safe for the entire family. And
I saw actually right on the shelf the other day at the Briar Patch Co-op.
yeah, there's many, many different beautiful products that are showing up. Me personally, I'm involved with a company called Prime My Body, and they have a nano-enhanced CBD oil that they have grown organically and sustainably in Spain and Switzerland in organic farms that have been doing it for 15 plus years, which is an important thing when it comes to hemp because hemp is a natural bioaccumulator. So it will draw toxins out of the system and into the plant. So it's really important to know that the source of your hemp is coming from a space that is farmed, that's done properly.
It detoxifies the soil.
It does. It's almost a closed circuit in regards to the growing and the whole thing. It definitely gives and takes in a very harmonious way.
And I've also heard where I know a lot of people are treating children who have seizures through CBD oil. And again, this is something that doesn't have any psychoactive effect on the child. They're not getting high or experiencing some sort of induced euphoria, but they're benefiting from some of the major properties of the hemp plant. Right. So I know that they've worked with children having seizures. What are some of the other applications for the CBD oil?
Some of the other applications for CBD oil, a big one is pain signaling and inflammation. And the reason for that is because we have a system ingrained in our body called the endocannabinoid system. And it primarily is located in the brain and the immune system, and that's where the CB1 and the CB2 receptors reside. So the endocannabinoid system helps with eating, relaxation, sleeping, immune system function, and brain cognition. And so because of that, that's why the CBD-rich benefits, the CBD oil and the benefits from it will help with the inflammation, the pain, seizures, neuroprotection, increasing bone density, helping people with depression, depression and anxiety. What else?
I heard they're even doing things around people with memory issues.
Yes, that was the reason that I got into this type of study work, is because I just lost my mother to dementia. And so I wanted to know what I could do and what I could do for my family to help protect the neurodevelopment or degeneration. And my research continually went back to CBDs and the hemp extract. Wow. Yeah, pretty powerful stuff.
So, I mean, I could talk about health, healing. I do every week, but I could talk for hours. Very interesting, very compelling information. And congratulations to you for your work.
Thank you.
Out of an experience, not a pleasant experience, through your mother, that you're kind of making lemonade out of this experience, and not only for yourself, but you're able to do things that help other people.
Yeah, it's a huge honor.
So thank you so much for your kind and compassionate work.
Thank you.
And if people would like more information about your Elan therapy work through a Golden Solution or about the CBD oil, how would they get in touch with you?
My Facebook is A Golden Solution at Facebook. You should be able to find it pretty easily. I also have a website for the nano enhanced hemp oil, and that is at agoldensolution.primemybody.com. And there's a lot of good information on there, and also you're able to purchase it off of that website as well. And you're always welcome to email me at agoldensolution@zoho.com, ZOHO.
All right, what do you think, you guys? Melissa Moon, incredible. Another, I just call them gold nuggets, another golden nugget of an amazing individual and organization that's doing a lot of great and compassionate work in our communities. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
And it's nice, you're very beautiful. It's nice to have, I mean, people have to look at this every week. I mean, geez. So thank you for being here and helping to inspire us. So let's do this now. We're going to have Jim go over to Gaia Vision. And Gaia Vision, of course, many of you have heard about Gaia, and it's a philosophy where the earth is a living organism and that everything is interconnectedness and connected, and that the earth actually has an intelligence. So what we're doing is we're spotlighting inspirational images from nature and from Mother Earth, Gaia, along with music to help just inspire you and to raise your awareness about the importance of a clean environment, a clean body, positive thinking, and that everything is truly interconnected. So let's go over to Gaia Vision, and in just a minute we're going to have our mystic numerologist consultant here, who's going to give you a special reading about today, what today means numerologically, and lots more coming up here on Golden Road TV show. So let's go over now with Jim in the booth to Gaia Vision, and we'll be back in just a few more minutes. We have a couple more guests, lots of more great music, and we're going to have our Peace and Justice jingle coming up in just a few with Yvette and Gabrielle here on the Golden Road TV show. You guys having a good time? All right.
It's the Golden Road TV show. It's the Golden Road TV show. Well, listen once, listen twice. Oh, won't you please take my advice? It's the Golden Road TV show.com.
Michael, do you want me to do it twice?
Time? All right. Great. Part of this different types of technology, different types of forms of science. So this next gentleman is amazing because not only is he a great speaker, but he talks about things that have a profound impact on all of us. It's about how numbers express and reveal things about us, but they can also give us insight. So it's a very I'm sure it's a very ancient science, but nice round of applause. He's all the way up from Auburn. We found him a ride, and thank you for that. But please put your hands together and welcome to the show, numerologist and author, Paul Menard. There it is. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Great.
Glad to be here.
How you been since we saw you in Auburn a few weeks ago?
I've been good. I've been looking forward to this little opportunity also.
And of course, people can usually find you at Forever Enlightened. It's a wonderful educational center and lifestyle enhancement and accessory store in Auburn. It's called Forever Enlightened. And we love Vicki, the owner. She has great workshops and classes that she offers along with you, who are usually perched there as kind of the resident numerologist and swami to give people insight on their life. So thank you. I know you're busy.
Okay. I wanted to also mention that the numbers relate to all the alternative healing that we've heard about tonight, because all the body parts have a number. Everything in the world has a number. Your head, for example, is number 1, which kind of makes sense. And the whole study of numerology we call God's geometry. Because it's God's software. And God does not have to be in charge of and on top of everything all the time. The numbers are the software. Each number from 1 to 9 is an energy that causes something to happen, or it relates to your personal characteristics. And these energies surround you all the time like radio waves or TV waves, but only those that relate to your name and your birth date come into your brain by way of the brain stem. And each number causes us to react in a particular way, to be very active, to be very creative, to have a strong work ethic, to want to move about a lot, all that sort of thing. Numbers are simply everything. So and by the way, Golden Road adds up to a 50, which we reduced to a 5, and that means freedom, adventure, expansion.
And stress. No.
No.
I'm kidding.
It's a good number. It's your lucky number.
So let's do this. Thank you. Actually, it's interesting because I don't know if you've heard of love cards, but in love cards, I'm also a number 5. So I'm kind of a seeker of worth person who is very much service orientated to serving humanity. So let's do this. We're going to have more discussion with Paul in a minute, but I really want to share this next song with you. Every week on the show, we have different people from Lorraine Reich and the Peace and Justice Center who come in and share great things that are happening in the peace and justice movement. We have Tom Moores from Sierra Watch. But what I'd like to do is, you guys ready for a sing-along? All right. So let's go back over to Yvette and Gabrielle. This is our Peace and Justice jingle, and we'll be back with lots more interesting and enlightening information with Paul Menard.
Peace is flowing like a river, justice rising up like mountains. People around the world, come join your hands. Peace is flowing like a river, justice rising up like mountains, sharing like a river, justice rising up like mountains. People around the world, come join your hands. Peace is flowing like a river, justice rising up like mountains. Share and walk the golden road across.
All right, one more time around, everybody now.
Peace is flowing like a river, justice rising up like mountains. People around the world, come join your hands. Peace is flowing like a river, justice rising up like mountains. Share and walk the golden road across the land.
All right.
Sounded good.
Again, more beauty. Thank you so much, Gabrielle and Yvette. We have another song with them in a little bit, but let's get back to I've been really looking forward to this interview. I know whenever I sit here with all of our guests, it's an extremely educational and enlightening experience. But Paul has a very unique way of seeing into things and patterns through numbers. So again, welcome to the show. And we're talking a little bit about Golden Road. So each number from 0 to 9 has a specific attribute. Can you share a little bit of...
Well, we don't use the 0 very much. 1 is new beginnings, 2 is harmony, 3 is creativity, 4 is organization, 5 is freedom and change, 6 is love and service, 7 is introspection, 8 is assertiveness, 9 is compassion. And these are the 9 activities and events that exist everywhere. So when your particular number enters your brain, as I said, it activates you and you respond accordingly.
So it enters our brain through our birth date.
Absolutely. For example, you have 5/14/1966.
Fire horse. You're the horse.
Yeah, so right away, you've got that number 4. You're a good hard worker. You're organized. You have that number 5, which you talked about. And by the way, the number 5 is a very sensual number. They're very sexy people. And you have...
Applause. That's when you get... No.
That's a compliment.
Okay.
And you... But you also have...
Back to the show.
Double 6. 6 is the number of love and service. You've got 2 of those guys, so that means that you are compelled to help people. You do it all the time, and you do it out of love and out of compassion. And you're also very determined. So you've got very strong numbers, and your number for this year is 2, which is all about harmony. And
maybe I'll meet my soulmate this year.
Hey, you might. You might.
I'll keep the possibilities open. Hey.
Yeah. So everything is a number. Everything is a number.
And this is a fantastic book. I've had a little bit of time to read it. Numbers, The Energy Forces in Your Name by Paul Menard. So what inspired you to write a book, and where did this science or this tradition of numerology come from?
Well, it goes back to the days of the Greeks and the Chinese and the Arabs, and it goes back to Pythagoras in terms of about 500 BC, and he devised all of the equations that we use today in terms of numbers. They are a science, and I call them your numerical DNA, because your numbers tell you who you are and also who you can be in terms of your career. So all of these numbers, when you start to incarnate, before you get here, you choose your name. First name is your physical life, middle name is your emotions, and then the family consciousness. But you meet your parents ahead of time. And together you agree on the name that you're going to have. So in actuality, what you're doing, you write your script ahead of time. All of the main points are already done. And then you simply incarnate and live it out. So
That rings so true. It's almost scary. And I'm not going to get into my personal story, but
okay.
the name Michael, going back very ancient times, Mikhail. My middle name Anthony, so emotionally, I guess I'm a rock because Tony
right,
means rock.
right.
And then going back to my Italian ancestry, Di Martino means one who is through the waters of sacrifice. So I'll leave it at that, but very profound. And Paul is available here in our community. You can usually find him at Forever Enlightened, one of our sponsors in Auburn. And what could we leave our live audience here with? These people made the effort to come here today.
Okay.
What can we give them something to take
There's a lot of hope in the numbers. When you take 2017 and add that up, you get a 10 and then you get a 1. So the number for the world we live in is 1, and that's new beginnings. And despite the chaos that we see in the news every night, the world is really going through a new beginning, because for the first time in our history, we have everyone's opinions and belief systems out in the open. We're fighting about it, but it's out there now. We have the liberals and we have the conservatives, and it's going to just work itself out. But we do have a new beginning, and the beginning of a 9-year cycle. So there's hope for us all.
Very encouraging. What do you think, you guys? All right.
Okay.
So if you're just tuning in, you're watching Golden Road Television. We're broadcasting live on YouTube, also on Nevada County TV via Jim Heck and the Digital Media Center at the Green Screen Institute. We also have Brendan and Claudio on camera. Thank you so much. Great work, you guys, tonight. Nice round of applause for them. We also have Makila who is there. There he is back there doing sound. Unseen heroes, making us all sound really good. Stephanie on lights. So again, Paul, thank you for being on the show so much.
My pleasure.
You're
Thank you,
always
Mike.
welcome. And
All right.
2017, a year of hope, right? A little bit of dualism, but eventually we're all going to come together with some new synergy into the new paradigm. So in just a minute, we're going to have DJ Power back. But right now we have a new segment called Wisdom of the Week with Ask Zoltar. And just recently, I was traveling through Auburn with our illustrious DJ Power when we stopped for a snack. This was actually after we left the Auburn General Gomez Gallery. And thank you, Dave, and everyone at General Gomez Gallery, a great venue in Auburn. Actually, the World Beatniks will be performing there June 16th. But we stopped, and we met a mystic.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is my guy, and, you know, he's real cool with us. And, you know, he's actually... He like a date soon, you know. So we getting to know him. He's pretty cool, and I think we should introduce him to
Yeah,
people.
Zoltar's single. Zoltar's single. So we're gonna start Golden Road dating service here.
Well, with Zoltar, you know, we can't leave Zoltar chickless in California.
He doesn't get out a lot. He's kind of boxed in. But let's go over now to Jim Heck with our next segment. We hope you enjoy it. It's a little tongue in cheek with Wisdom of the Week with Ask Zoltar. Let's roll, Jim.
Ladies in the audience want to date Zoltar? Call Mikey.
Today is your lucky day, my friend, for I have a fortune especially for you. Listen closely. Sometimes you can tell a wise person not only by what he says, but also by what he doesn't say. Remember, it is much better to say little than to say too much and regret it later. Give Zoltar your treasure. I have much wisdom to share with you.
And we're back. So that was Ask Zoltar. Some great advice, right? A wise person, it's not only what you say, sometimes it's what you don't say. So we are back, and what I'd like to do is I'm going to introduce my next guest. She's here for a very brief visit, but I'm really happy to have her here because it's my daughter, Sierra DiMartino. Nice round of applause. You can see where she gets her cuteness, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm really proud. My daughter just graduated from Champlain College in Burlington, Vermont with a degree in communications. She'll be getting into media, and currently she's working with the Water Wheel Foundation, which works with the band Fish to help do charitable and humanitarian work around the world. So welcome, Sierra.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing at Water Wheel.
So basically, Water Wheel is Fish's nonprofit, and I'm going to be doing some marketing for them, and I'll also be working for the label. And so basically what Water Wheel does is that every single city that Fish plays in, they take the proceeds that Water Wheel gets through selling posters, tickets, and whatnot, and they donate it to a local nonprofit. So it's really great, get to meet tons of people. I get to work a lot of the shows, so it's really nice to see your work in action. And this summer, I'm going to be in charge of planning the pre-show, which is at the Baker's Dozen in New York. So it's like this huge fundraising event, which is really exciting. So jumping into kind of real life work, so it's exciting.
Congratulations, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks,
I'm so
Dad.
proud of you. So again, I'm lucky enough to have her here for a couple days. We're not going to keep her up here too long, I promise.
This was a surprise.
Yeah, I promise not to put her on the spot or make any bad jokes or any of that stuff that we tend to do. But let's do this. We have live musicians in the studio, so let's go over to Yvette and Gabrielle. Gabrielle's going to share a piece of music and then another song with Yvette, and we'll come back for the closing of the show. Thank you for your patience. We're almost to the end of another 2 hours. It goes so quick. Of Golden Road TV show. And again, thank you Forever Enlightened and New Dawn Gluten-Free Bakery for your amazing support. Without your support, it's really hard to keep the wheels turning on such a production like this. So Gabrielle Lawson on piano, sharing some music.
Okay, we're going to wrap up the show. We've been wanting to sing this for a long time. This is an old one from the, I think it's from the 1920s or 30s, and if you know the lyrics, come and join us. Sing along with us. We're saying bye-bye. Pack up all my cares and woes. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is he. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here to love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye bye. Come on. Pack up all my cares and woes. Here I go, singing low. Bye bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is he. Bye bye, blackbird. No one here to love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye bye. Ooh.
All right. You guys ready for a few more mind-blowing facts? Okay. So, did you actually know that New York City is further south than Rome, Italy? It's hard to picture. Mind-blowingly strange, but true. Another one I just recently found. Did you realize that mammoths went extinct 1,000 years after the completion of the building of the Great Pyramids? That's right. That's pretty incomprehensible. And last mind-blowing fact of the day, there's more fake flamingos, pink flamingos in the world than actual living pink flamingos. So we're going to have to find a use for all this plastic. And I'm actually working on bringing a guest on the show soon who's been working on the Pacific Gyre, which is a huge island of plastic. It's literally larger than the size of Texas. And just recently, they brought a videographer and photographer back from the Solomon Islands, which is one of the most remote islands in the Pacific. You know what they found when they came back? The entire island is covered in plastic. It was more visible to see plastic on the island than actual natural features of sand, rock, and beach.
Was it the flamingos that melted?
It was the melted flamingos, perhaps.
Yeah.
That would really be mind-blowing.
Yeah, I'm just putting it all together. All right, yeah.
So let's do this. We have about 20 minutes left, 15 minutes left to the show. I told Prasanna we're going to take a quick visit to the Sacramento Metaphysical and Holistic Expo, which is the largest holistic expo in Northern California. We're going to come back with some more music with DJ Power. It'll bring us just about to the end. And again, thank you all of you for all your support to help make the show happen. We'll be back in just a minute. Let's go now to Sacramento, to the Irish Temple for the Holistic Expo. So let's roll that in, Jim Heck from NCTV and Digital Media Center. Here we go, off to the expo.
And even though I know these tears come with pain, even so, they're just the same. Make it rain down, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain
have in this community, Golden Road area, we have some lost dogs, all right? This is Golden Road TV, and we care about our community, Grass Valley. It is Chewy and Annie, and our beloved pups were lost on Friday, May 27th. Last seen around the Greenhorn Acres Road. Yeah, Greenhorn Access Road. That's what it is. Now, Chewy's a 3-year-old Siberian Husky. They don't bite or nothing like that. Auburn Muster. And Annie's a 5-year-old Brindle Brown Boxer. So if you got these dogs, or you know them, or you see them, 530-271-2093. Now, let's get into it. This is Golden Road TV. We care about the community. Hope you find your dogs. Rah, rah, rah. I see right there. You like it, right? The Barry's quite classic. I'm playing it for my OGs today. How you doing today, George? Yeah, right? It's my guy. Every week partying with us.
Some special events and
bring it down.
exhibitors with
next week,
talents from readers
DJ Power.
and healers, beautiful products, handmade, a lot of small businesses. So not only are you coming to something that's very uplifting, but you're supporting a lot of independent business owners. So we always do a fundraiser. The website is healingartsfestival.com. So.
This is my artwork. I'm at the Sacramento Healing Arts Festival. I do shamanic work within the pieces. I journey in order to find the elements and entities that come forward through my work, and I interpret them in my jewelry.
intersection of arts, environment, culture, health, peace, justice, science, and technology.
It's a golden road, a TV show.com.
Golden road. It's the golden road. Building bridges from the past, reaching to today, for a bright tomorrow to light the golden way. It's arts and culture, history, environment, and health. It's peace and justice, technology, inspiration for all. It's the golden road. It's the golden road. It's the golden road. It's the golden
Everybody up, stage.
It's the golden road. It's the golden road.
All right, another round of applause. Thank you so much. So here we are, we're the team. We have about another minute left. What do you think, DJ? Let's put a little something in the background. We have about a... Yeah, put a little something on. We're going to keep it back in the mix. Thank you, Claudio. Thank you, Brendan, for doing video tonight. Thank you, Stephanie, for doing lights. Thank you, Jim Heck from Nevada County TV and Digital Media Center, where Yvette is also a member there at the station, is doing a great youth film contest coming up. Thank you to all of our guests. Thank you, Forever Lightened. Thank you, New Dawn Gluten-Free Bakery. Thank you for all of the people who helped make the show possible. Please go to our Facebook page. Let your friends know. All you have to do, it takes 5 minutes. Like, comment, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much. I'm your host, Michael DiMartino. We'll be back next Sunday from 6 to 8 live. Thank you, Off Center Stage. Thank you, Grass Valley Center for the Arts, bringing you World's Fest in just a few weeks in July. Thank you, DJ Power, and all the people that helped make this show possible. Thank you so much for this amazing community known as Gold Country in the Sierras and the Sierra Foothills. Broadcasting every week, Nevada County, Butte County, Sacramento County, Auburn, Placer, Calaveras County, worldwide. Amador County, and worldwide on YouTube.
Follow Big up the hip-hop medicine and Dub Moses, GMC Entertainment, man.
Follow the golden road. We're off to see the Golden Road TV show. You'll find it is a whiz of a show, if ever a show there was. It's arts and culture and history, environment, health, technology, and peace and justice, science, just because of the meaningful things it does.
Right off my soul.
We're off to see the Golden Road TV show.
Like I am the one.